Well, hello. I wanted to offer a very simple and sustainable and honestly portable breathing practice, which I call the chambered breath or chambered breathing. This can be done anywhere. It can be done in sitting, standing, or lying down. And a lot of times I use this one if I just need to kind of re-oxygenate my body because I've been in my head all day, which, let's be honest, that's most of us. Or if my attention has constantly been kind of outward and I want to turn my attention inward and kind of get a little bit of recentering. You could do this if you just had dinner or lunch or breakfast or even before you eat the meal. You can do this if you're feeling really kind of frazzled and you're just feeling some intense emotions. Maybe you have butterflies in your tummy because you're nervous about something or excited, any number of reasons. And so basically, this is a really good way to kind of recirculate that oxygenation into the digestive area as well as into the heart space. Okay, because a lot of times modern day living kind of, our breath is kind of goes up 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 up, and we end up breathing pretty high in our chest and using a lot of what we call accessory muscles that really aren't designed to do our breathing all of the time, but they're kind of being asked to anymore. So with the chamber breathing, you're essentially kind of dropping that breath down 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 into that lower chamber, and therefore allowing that abdominal diaphragm to do a little bit more work, which is exactly what its kind of role is in your body. That's like its mission on the planet, is like it wants to breathe with you and for you. So with the chambered breath, it's very slow, it's not forced. And so really meet your body where it is, because sometimes when you work on slower, deeper breaths, it can feel really good and maybe even a little bit of maybe discombobulating because you're not used to it. So don't hyperventilate. Also, I'll show you just in just a second here. But when we do this together, you want to think about gently sipping air in through the nose and sending that breath all the way down, down, down into the lower chamber or the belly. And then exhaling through pursed lips, like you're cooling off a mug of hot cocoa, and just gently allowing that air to slowly release. Okay. So inhaling through the nose, filling both chambers, exhaling through those gentle pursed lips. Slowing that breath down, inhaling again. Expanding like a balloon in both chambers and exhaling. This is also a way just to kind of slow the breath down just a little bit, because not only do we get a little bit kind of high up in our chest with our breath, we also kind of have this this kind of pant, where we kind of have a higher respiration rate. We're breathing a lot more quickly, and sometimes we don't even know it. And so I think that it's really important to be able to, slowly start to inhale and deepen that breath, even just for 2, 3, or 4 breaths in a row. It doesn't have to be much more than that, because it's not necessary to constantly be breathing deep. You just want to have kind of a normal breath rhythm with that kind of that belly rise and fall. And so if you are somebody that you're breathing a little bit more with your chest, or you're like, gosh, I actually have to think about sending my breath all the way down to my belly and to kind of allow my belly to inhale and inflate like a balloon, and then exhale and deflate on the exhale. If that feels like it takes a lot of conscious effort, you're not alone. A lot of people do kind of this reverse where they're inhaling, sucking in, exhaling, inflating, and that's actually the reverse. So that's another reason I love this chambered breathing, is it helps to kind of reset the body's normal cadence of breath pattern. So, and not only that, you're bringing a lot more oxygenation to your brain, which the brain and nervous system are systems that are very oxygen hungry. So they love oxygen. They love slow, sustainable, deep breaths. And they love just to work with that abdominal diaphragm to make sure that the diaphragm is sending that kind of oxygenation, so to speak, in all directions. So enjoy, try a couple in a row, a couple chambered breaths, and see what you think. And again, leave a comment if you're feeling open to sharing. Have fun.